Hello and welcome, dear viewers, fellow casuals. You are watching Primetime Casual, and this is Destination Soul. In order to keep myself entertained on this trip, I decided to do something a little bit more scientific than just dropping into stars and watching solar flares. As beautiful as that was, it seemed to be too simple for an exploration expedition. So I turned on my FSS and started looking for a specific kind of planet, high metal or metallic, as close as possible to the star, and then go and see if that makes any difference on the geological activity. One of my first finds was this gorgeous binary pair. The main planet was not landable, but the smaller one turned out to be not only landable, but home to fields of iron magma vents as well. Sitting down on the night side of the planet, observing these fire-spitting rocks was truly a calming sight. It is quite interesting how many closely orbiting planets you find on even a short stretch like the last 8,000 light years. The closest I discovered was a mere 17 light seconds, and quite a few orbiting in the 20 to 25 light seconds range. Often the surface of these planets seems to be molten and then solidified again, giving it a smooth, glassy appearance. Alas, I was not able to detect more geological activity, a strange thing, since I would have thought proximity to the star would increase the chances for it. Nevertheless, those planets gave a good sense of scale, and I dropped down a few times just to fly into the sunrise and think. Why do we fly? Explore, head out into the black, tens of thousands of light years, not seeing a station or other commander for months? Why do we set our sights on the outmost planets, seemingly unreachable, accepting one-way trips from neutrons just to go that one system further than anybody before? Why do we strap ourselves in SRVs and fly faster, further, higher? Try to circumnavigate planet after planet, try to bounce along, gaining speed to finally reach orbital velocity, only to have to be rescued by others, just as insane as ourselves. Because we can. Because we are explorers. Because the void is always calling. If you fancy a look at what is one of the most beautiful Earth-likes I have seen so far, better stay tuned in after the slideshow. My destination this week was a constellation dubbed the Guardian of the Twins. I expected fiery stars, a binary system, and possibly a binary neutron or singularity. Little did I know that this would be one of the most beautiful sights on my return journey so far. The Guardian is an Earth-like world, far out in the Sutum Centaurus arm of the galaxy. Its rocky and icy rings make it all the more special, nearly 2,000 light seconds from the star that lit up the atmosphere during my flyby. Ring systems in themselves are amazing enough, but the ones around Earth-likes are all the more enjoyable, having a somewhat familiar sight in the background. Looking up from the rings, I finally noticed the twins, a binary pair of Class 3 gas giants, close enough to be visible with the naked eye from the rings. It is unusual to see gas giants this close together, and it reminded me of the mesmerizing POI of Dances with Giants during Distant Worlds. The twins here were not nearly close enough together to provide a double sunrise, but their hydrogen-helium composition still was able to let the star shine through spectacularly. I ended my week of travel with a soothing cruise through the rings of the Guardian. Why don't you sit back and relax with me for a bit? If you want to see more wonders of the uncharted regions of the galaxy, make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter as well. You have been watching Primetime Casual. See you next time and fly safe.